timeline analysis, guys, trust me, it is a heavy important term while you are doing forensic analysis on anything. Like it could be anything like disk, memory. But why it is so important? Because in most of the cases it is really tough to go through directly to the skin and understand what is the exact data, right? So timeline analysis gives you a full blown way to identify what is wrong in that particular incident. It is an automated way by which you will get a chronological order in terms of what event happened after what. So in today's episode we are going to learn how to create timeline from a captured memory image from a manual way. Not only that, we will explore another open source tool by which you can eliminate all of your manual work and create your timeline just ready to use in an automated fashion. And also, if you can stick to the end, I will show you some easy trick how you can analyze your captured data, and we are starting right now. Okay, so the first thing first, why the timeline creation and timeline analysis is so important for us. So basically there would be two things, like when you are investigating or you are taking any kind of forensic analysis, so mainly two parts come into picture, right? So first thing is that the full disk image, and second thing is the memory image. Okay, so while you trigger the timeline analysis, what it does basically at the back end, so we might include something of the autopsy tools and sleuth kits as well. So both the tools are very important for our own investigation, and the volatility plugins as well. So volatility plugin we will be using for like pulling the artifacts from the memory, and sleuth kit tool we will be using, the tool name is autopsy, right? So if you know, so we'll be using both the combination of the tool to prepare our timeline in such a manner that we would just by analyzing that, we would see in a chronological fashion like what event has taken place and after what, right? So if you want to investigate something as like shim cache, then shell bags, and then memory artifacts, what is the process creation, what is the execution binary has been created, all of the stuffs as a combined fashion, and you want to know what is the proper propaganda of it, what happened after which event. So timeline analysis is very important. Okay, so let me take you to the console right now. So now if you see my console over here, so basically there are memory disk, memory image. So I'll not be talking about disk image, but the process would be quite similar. Okay, so the first thing is that we will be going through the manual process first, before even, because to do the automation and to deploy some kind of tool, we first need to know how things are basically done in manual fashion, right? So exactly what are we trying to do over here? Okay, so we will be using so if I quickly run this particular thing as like this particular command. So as you see what exactly I'm trying to do over here, so I am using volatility as I told you, and this is my memory image. Okay, so and profile, I have already chosen the profile, and if you do not know what exactly the profile is all about, so you can simply run memory as a KDBG scan, right? So that's as simple as that. So I have shown in my previous 101 memory forensics, you can watch that. So now what basically I am doing, so I am creating a timeliner. Okay, so this is a particular plugin, guys, so that's very important. Okay, and I am putting my output as body file and output file name obviously timeliner.body. Okay, so I'll hit enter while the process is going on, so I'll keep on explaining you what exactly is happening at the back end. Okay, so now if you see here, there is a file getting created. Okay, now if we go to simple as the properties, you will see that this file it will be increase, the property of the size will be getting increased. Okay, time to time. So what exactly this thing is doing, so this particular volatility plugin will parse everything, whatever the data is present into your memory or disk image, and this particular file will try to capture whatever the events are there in a format which is might not be human readable, we will see the format in later point of time, but it will try to parse everything, every aspect of the data what is present in the memory, and will create a chronological event by which you will readily understand what is exactly happening. Okay guys, so we are back, and as you see the process is completed. So it is giving us a simple warning: there is no shim cache data found. Obviously, because it's a memory image, it could have been if it could have been a proper disk image, we might have a shim cache data, but we will ignore this particular thing for a minute. And if we see, this particular file is of 1.6 MB file, right? So if I simply go here, if I do a quick ls, and so you see there are two files, right? So you can even count the file number of lines, whatever the number of lines inside that. So it is 9271, right? So a pretty big file, right? So what the next step we need to do, we just need to convert this particular file to a CSV format. So for doing that, we will be using a simple tool called MacTime. Okay, so if I simply write as MacTime, so you will see that this particular tool, again, it comes by default in Shipped Workstation, and I am using Shipped Workstation. So it's a pretty simple tool. What exactly I am trying to do, I am trying to convert this particular file, whatever I have collected as timeliner.body. But before even doing that, let me just show you what exactly the file looks like. If I just want to open this timeliner file, just the top 50 lines maybe, so you will see that the data looks okay, but it is not properly human readable data, right? So you will see that there are times that is 00. We don't understand what is the time format over here, and we don't even understand like what are the differentiator, what exactly the file the perspective of it, right? So what we need to do, we need to convert this particular file to a CSV format. For doing that, what we are using, MacTime is the command and tool we are using. -z, tag z is for converting this file to a time format, and we are choosing UTC, and -tag d, tag b for the nomenclature of the use, like where you want to store this particular data, right? So timeliner.body is our original file, and we want to convert it as a CSV format. Okay, so we will press enter, and if we quickly do a thing, so you will see that there is the CSV file already present, right? So what you can do, we can open this particular timeliner CSV file in our Excel tools, in our something like any kind of tool you might want to open. But for this particular instance, I will show you the easiest way. Okay, so this is the particular tool, guys, that I was talking about. So Timeline Explorer. So it's written and created by Eric Zimmerman. So what we can do over here, we can see the legends. So what exactly the legend means? Okay, so the legend is basically that thing. So you see, this is a color coding, basically nothing else. So green means file opening, yellow means web history, red means web execution, and stuff like that. So whenever you parse some data using this Timeline Explorer, you will see that the data has been automatically parsed and color coded like that. Okay, so it will be easier for you to understand what exactly is happening. Okay, so we will open a particular file from here. So this is our particular file. So timeline.csv was our file, and we are opening that particular file, right? So now, as you see, this particular thing has been loaded, and you see these are the red things, right? So if you go back to the legend section over here, so you can just keep it as in left hand portion like that way. So you see these are all the execution data over here, right? So you can search anything, you can go back, and you can filter anything. So this tool has a very like extensive feature. Okay, so rather doing something on your Excel, so this tool gives you a proper tooling experience. Okay, so there are tools also available, so you can use it. Particularly you can do some stuff like that. So like if you want to search for something, right, so there are tabs, so you can find out something like terms maybe. So what exactly you need to find out, so maybe I want to find out something like which are related to svc host.exe file, right? So I can find those things in my timeline explorer, right? Whatever the how many hits are there, and if I go to this particular thing, so you can even filter out depending on your need for this particular file over here. And if you see and if you notice here properly, so what has been done over here, so on which thread or which file name svc host.exe was present, it has been filtered out over here, right? So you can see that, right? So it is highlighted and it is absolutely given the information what exactly you need to know, right? So now if you are interested to know about something, let's say this particular thing, right? So you can even type that, you can find out that, and you can analyze this particular data. So maybe from your memory analysis you have identified some process injection and stuff like that was going on. So it's very easy using this particular tool to map your data and even to analyze those things particularly. Okay, so we have seen this particular thing in a manual way, right? So first we have used our volatility plugin, we have converted that into CSV format. And if you are using or if you are utilizing anything like a disk data, so this is a memory data only, right? So if you are using anything like a disk data, so there will be another step involved. So first you need to parse that particular full disk image using sleuthkit or any similar tool. So there will be another file, so you need to combine both of these files, then you need to convert it to a CSV format, right? So now how easily this particular work can be converted in an automatic way, let's see that now. So there are a tool which is called as like you can say it's an automated tool. You can call it something like auto timeliner or anything like that. So just let me show you what exactly this tool all about. So let me take you to my console over again. So now if you see over here, okay, yeah, so this is the particular tool that I was talking about, guys. So this particular tool is I'll leave the link in the description, don't worry about the link. So it is using Python 3 volatility and mac time from sleuthkit, what exactly we have done so far. Okay, and it is a simple tool. You just need to clone this particular repository, you just need to run this Python command and boom, that's all, nothing else. Okay, so let me show you what exactly and how exactly this work can be done over here, right? So now if we go back to our thing, so it is, so let me delete this particular things off, and if I go to my terminal, let me clear up my screen. If I do a ls, so obviously memory 1.mem is my data file. Okay, so what exactly I need to do over here, so I have already dumped my data, whatever I am working on to this particular machine. So what exactly we need to do, my the Python tool that we need to work on auto timeline, I have saved this location. So this is the notion, guys. So the first thing is the location of the particular Python file, then you need to specify the memory image of that particular file, and if you are working on a particular profile to scan that particular image file, that you need to specify. Okay, and if you hit enter, you will see the boom, auto timeliner is starting now. So it will take some time depending on how big your data is. So the first thing, obviously it will create your timeline, it will search for sim cache, it will search for like shellbacks, and then it will try to convert your data into macb, and it will open the similar format into a CSV format, guys, right? So this particular thing is exactly what we are looking for so far. So we will wait for some time and we will let this tool run, and we will come back when it is done. Okay, so guys, so we are back, and as you see, the auto timeliner has processed our image using the custom profile that we used. It has created the memory timeline, shellback timeline, MFT timeline, and merged the filtering and timeline, and ultimately it has created a memory 1 mem.timeline.csv. okay, so if I quickly clear up my screen and if I do a ls, so you will see that there is a memory1 memtimeline.csv. okay, so these are the other data, shellbags, mft parser, combine body, timeliner body, exactly the way we have parsed our data in manual fashion. This particular tool has created that particular file, parse our process, like parse our data, and created the timeline for us. okay, so if I quickly go to this particular thing, and if I go to this particular csv, and if I want to open it, so you can open it using Timeline Explorer as well, but I am opening at LibreOffice just to show you the other ways of analyzing. So you will see that this particular thing has already extracted, and the timeline format, size, MUID, what is the file name, what other aspect of it already parsed. So all of the work, all of the manual stuff has been eliminated from our workspace already, right? And one last thing before we end our episode, so there was a older timeline format that you can also use. It is quite similar and it is created by Sans. You will see that the same exact legend, whatever we have been working so far, and there is a color template. So there are ways by which you can export your CSV to this particular file, and this particular Excel file is heavily used in macro. So whatever the data that you will be populating over here, it will be marked with the legend. okay, so I'll leave the link in the description. If you are not so much familiar or not customized with Timeline Explorer or any other tool like LibreOffice, you can feel free to explore this particular tool and follow the instruction that has been given by the Sans folks to export your data and map this data into this particular Excel sheet. So yeah guys, that's pretty much about this particular episode. I hope and I believe you have learned how basically you can create manual timeline from a memory image, and how even you can use auto timeliner tool to parse the whole data and remove all of your manual work and create the timeline in automatic fashion. And even you have learned the ways of differentiating them and analyzing them using Eric Zimmerman tools, and there are like Sans automated Excel format that use like people keep on using in past. Nowadays that is not used. Even you can use those template just exporting in Excel, but anyway, so rather giving all those sheets, so easy ways to use the Eric Zimmerman timeliner tool, right? So yeah, that's pretty much about today's episode. I hope you have liked one, so give me a thumbs up, and before even leaving, don't forget to subscribe BlackPerl, comment whatever you want to comment if you have any suggestions for me, and don't forget to share my content to your peers so that we can get our audience broader, right? So yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe.